The creative question in physics. So there are the 9 questions, and I am going to define the 5 questions from all of them. So firstly, I tell you I define the definition of the physics. So what is physics? So it is the branch of science which deals with the relationship of the matter and energy. It's known as the physics. So the number one question is that when sky become the space. So it's a point when you see it with the satellites, planets, it's also on the space. And the Karman line. I have a picture. I have a picture is that. So Karman line, it's between the Earth and space. So it's break. It's break the one type of the relationship of the Earth and sky. So the picture. So this, you see this picture. This is the Karman line. It is a one type of the boundary which break the space into the sky. That the point is that when sky become the space. From this point, the Karman line, the sky become the space. So it's a point of number 4th point. There are lots of gases which is in the space. Space like that, the stratosphere, ozone layer, and also satellites which are also fitted into the space. So my number 2 second point is radioactivity. So guys, radioactivity, when you see towards the radioactivity, I define that it is the emission of the radiations to the spontaneously the atomic nuclei. So I make the picture. And radioactivity consists of the 3 rays. Number 1 is alpha, which carry the positive rays charge, and number 2 beta, which carry the negative charge. Beta, which carry the negative charge, and gamma, it's neutral. So this is shape. This is the when we for suppose we do like that, the minus it's now cathode and there is a anode. So this is the alpha rays which deflect toward the cathode rays, means it carry the positive charge. I have a picture in the book of the 9th chemistry. This same, that alpha is deflect toward the cathode. So it means that it's carry the positive charge, and the beta is deflect toward the positive rays. Beta deflect toward the positive rays. So it means that it carry the negative charge, and the beta it's also a neutron. And this radioactive rays are given by the British physicist Ernest Rutherford into 1902. So radioactivity consists of the 3 all of these rays, alpha, beta, and gamma. Radioactivity is the emission of the radiations which also occur in this shape. And for suppose radioactivity, it's also used in the in every place, like that the disease of the cancer, it's also happen the radiotrophy in the stage 1. So it's and to the Wi-Fi signals, it's also happen in the one type of the radiation through the network. It's sent to other booster to the other broadband. So it's radioactivity. And number 3rd, my question is that sound barrier. Sound barrier it's consist on the so many things like that. Now I am talking, and from the office, the anybody is here and said that any student is delivering the presentation, but what he is saying, but he cannot understand. But he saying, so means he feel the vibrate. So it's a sound barrier. And the example is that when upon the time of the Germany, and the lots of in the Second World War II, there were lots of problems occur. There were lots of attack which occur into the Germany. This type of the country is very cold, and people is hide behind the rain, and they feel the one type of the vibration of the sonic bomb. So this is the one type of the large and dangerous bomb. But now lots of dangerous bomb, but it's on that time the sonic bomb. It's a one it produce the one type of the sound which make the person deep. He can means a person cannot hear anything. So sound barrier, it when we vibrate anything is known as the sound barrier. And number 4 point, how magnets work. So how magnet work? I make the one shape that it is the north pole, and it is the south pole, and it is the south pole, and it is the north pole. The opposites mean there is the north pole and south pole. They attract each other. So mean attract each other. They made the one magnet, and when I make the distributor towards same, they push each other. So it's called the magnet work. Magnet work in this way. So when I made to the north pole into the same opposite of the north pole, it means it puts another magnet which is came near to them. And when I made the south pole and north pole opposite direction, so it's attract to each other. They meet, means it is the one type of magnet, and it is the one type of magnet. They attract each other and they join together. So how much a man can survive in this space, so without a space kit? So this is the last question, and very important and good question is that, so when a person go into the space in a space kit, and when without a space kit on that time, the 90 second he live long, so 90 second he live on that place, in the 10 second he lost all the senses, and he cannot heard any type of the sound, and he lost his whole 5 senses. So but he is still 90% remaining. Now 90% he live on that place without a kit, space kit. So because there are lots of lack of the decrease of the oxygen. So because when we did not take the oxygen in this environment, we cannot live in this place. So in which place we cannot find the oxygen, we cannot live without oxygen, because when we breathe and we take oxygen in oxygen, so it's a type. So thank you.